Hey fifth graders, it's Mrs. Trembley again. Today we are going to talk about shadows. So open up your science spiral to the next clean page, which I believe is page 9. And our heading is Shadows Explained. You can tell when I'm recording the lessons at school because my table squeaks. Hopefully it's not driving you as crazy as it's driving me. Here we go. All about shadows. I'm sure that you have noticed your shadow throughout the years. I had a cat that was afraid of her shadow in the past. It's kind of fun. And I don't know if you're curious about shadows. Maybe you have some questions about shadows. Hopefully we've had a chance before this to discuss some of those questions that you have. But basically a shadow is created when an opaque object, that means something that's not see-through, blocks the light rays. That's how it happens. So we're going to write that down. A shadow is created when an opaque, and that's O-P-A-Q-U-E, object, and that just means it's not see-through. I guess that's just the easiest way to look at it. There are more complicated definitions, but that one will work for us. And basically this object, because it's not see-through, the light can't get through it, it blocks light rays. So the light can't get through it, and then you end up seeing the shadow of that object. Okay, so when the light source is directly above an object, the shadow is going to be short. We're going to draw a little diagram of that soon. So when the light source is directly above an object, the shadow will be short. Right, and opposite of that, when the light source is at an angle, that's not opposite, but when the light source is at an angle, the shadow will be long. I'm so sorry about this table making this noise. When the light source is at an angle, the shadow will be long. And we're going to make a little diagram of this situation. So I'm going to scooch my paper up. I think I need to back this thing up a little bit. Back it up. Okay. So kind of in the middle of what you have left, the middle of this bottom section, I'm going to draw a line. So you can draw this line as well. And this is the ground. Okay. And we're going to draw, I think the easiest thing to draw would just be a flag. So in the center here, I'm going to make a straight line with a little rectangle. And this is our flag, okay? Or a flag, just a blank one, truce. Okay, so basically we're going to model what the shadow would look like on the ground here, okay? And this would be if I was facing north, what I would see. So it's like kind of facing this way. So down here, I'm just going to draw a little diagram so you know north is heading this way. That means south is this way. So we're facing north. This flag is facing north. When it's facing north, when the sun is directly above this flag, so it says when the light source is directly above an object, so let's say the sun is right here, which I don't know if you've ever heard the expression high noon, but that would be at noon. Then the flag shadow is going to be short. It's going to be straight in front of it, short, and when you see the shadow, it's kind of like a mirror. So I'm going to make it shorter, and there it is. Okay, so this is the shadow part. This is the actual flag. This is the shadow. Okay. Now, at an angle, so that might be when the sun's over here, so I'm going to draw a little sun. And this is probably about 10 a.m. It's heading in this direction when it goes to noon. And we can go ahead and set up our 2 p.m. one right on the other side here. This right here, this is what I'm talking about when I say the light source is at an angle. So the sun's over here and it's shining on that flag. Then this flag shadow is going to be longer at 10 a.m. So this was the noon. This was the 10 a.m. All right. Now, if it's 2 p.m., again, it's still going to shine on this flag at an angle. Now, as it's shining, it's going to go out this way. And it will go that way. And this would be 2 p.m. So this is kind of what it would look like. I don't know if this is reminding you of anything right now. For me, when I look at this, it kind of reminds me of a clock. We have 12 o'clock up here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, all the way around here. This kind of fits right into our little sundial activity. Sorry, class isn't over. I'm just recording this at school, and our bells are still going strong. So there is an optional activity that you'll have this week where you can actually create your own little sundial, and you can see where our clock came from. Kind of fun. All right, we're done for today.